Greetings. My name is Carol Denbow, and I'm the author of 6 books, including a book inside How to Write, Publish, and Sell Your Story. I'm also the editor of more than 10 websites online to help first-time and seasoned authors write and publish and market their books. Now, I have notes, and the reason I have notes is because I tried to do this video about 10 times, and I can't do it without notes. So, just so you know, I have notes, and I strongly suggest them, notes and glasses, so that you can read them. Anyway, I'm not a publisher, and I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm just simply here to help you achieve your writing goals. Okay, so whether you're writing a book for your personal use, for family and friends, or a book for resale, I'm going to try to help you get started today. Okay, page 2. My suggestion, write your book. You've had it in your heart, you've had it in your mind for how long, and you haven't sat down to write it yet? You click on this video because you want to know how to get started. I'm going to try to help you with that right now. Okay? So whether you want to write a fiction book, a nonfiction, a fantasy, a mystery, an autobiography, anything you want to write, I'm telling you now, sit down and write it. Okay? When you're ready to sit down and write, don't ever worry about editing. Don't worry about misspelling words. Don't worry about any of that kind of stuff. Just write your book and get it in your keypad. Just keep on writing. Write till it's done. Because you've always wanted to do it, and you're never going to be satisfied till you have, or at least attempted it. Then you can say at least you tried to write a book. Or maybe you'll end up writing a book. And maybe you'll be a bestseller. I doubt it. But it's a good try. I got all these books on the wall behind me. In fact, there's another one. Whoop, that way. Over to the side. So I kind of know as I speak, hopefully. Hopefully I've learned something through all this. Anyway, so let's get started. Alright, so you're going to write your book and don't worry about editing. Alright, first of all, notes. Find a quiet place to write. An extra bedroom, office, or even garage. Anywhere away from any family or friends, kids, whoever's going to interrupt you. Okay? Second, set time aside to write. Not 10 minutes, guys. 10 minutes. You can't even get focused. You can't even get your juices flowing. Set aside 2 hours. Tell yourself, every Monday, oh, let's see, I'm off on Mondays. Okay, Monday, all right. The kids are in school. Perfect, from 10 to noon. All right, every Monday. I'll sit down and I'll focus. Hey, if you do, maybe you sit down and it's not working for you that time. That's fine, too. You're supposed to enjoy your writing. Writing is healthy. Writing relieves stress. Try to find your time to write. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Move on. The time will come again. Okay. Next. Sorry, I don't mean to keep pointing at you. Okay. So, next. That's right. Okay. That's right. No, we already did that one. Okay, that's what notes are for. Next note. Gone. All right. Choosing your book's topic. Wow, I can't even tell you how important this is, especially if you want to seek a publisher later. You write a book about cars. There's been a million books written about cars. Let's get creative. Let's write something nobody's written before. Let's give the publisher a reason to look and go, wow, this person's got a creative mind. Okay, so go by demand. Ask yourself these questions, and I'm going to refer to my notes. Are there a million books which follow the path of your story or subject that are already out there, published? Well, are you sure that we need one more? Probably not. Okay, next. Is there even an audience out there who will buy your book? I don't know. If you're writing about this wonderful dog that you had, and sad to say the dog passed away, probably not going to find a lot of interest out there in the reading audience. But, you know, write it. Feel good about writing it. You've done it. You've accomplished it. That's great. But if you want to get it out there into the real market, it's going to have to be some demand. Okay. Here's a statistic you'll really like. Every hour of every day of every year, including Christmas and New Year's, 30 books are released in the U.S. alone. That's not even a world statistic. That's just in the U.S., where I'm at, by the way, in Oregon. Love it here. It's beautiful. Okay, this competition is fierce, just so you know. So if you plan to sell your book to the reading publish, make sure, folks, that there's going to be a market for that book. Otherwise, you may be wasting your energy, your time. Okay, so write your book. How do I start? How do I begin? I know what I want to write. Okay, writing. It's like a business. And just like any business, you need a business plan. All right? The plan, in this case, is going to be an outline for your book. I'm going to read this right from here because I wrote it and it just sounds better. Okay. A well-drawn outline will help you focus on your total project. Outline your story or information. Fiction, nonfiction. For fiction book writing, an outline of your plot, when to introduce your characters, path of the story, that is, what's the beginning of the story, what's the middle of the story, and what's the ending of the story, all placed into chronological order. For nonfiction book writing, the same applies. Organize your information into logical and useful order. Believe me, when you put down all your titles, your chapter titles, that's a great way to start. And then just fill in the blanks. It helps keep it all in order so you don't have to go back and start searching for where does this belong or where does that belong. Okay, choosing your title. Oh, this is always the fun part. I love picking titles for my books. They're always fun. But not only is a catchy title a must, but for nonfiction and some fiction books, your title words will most likely be used as keywords when someone searches the internet for a book similar to yours. Once your book's complete, find an editor. Okay? Oh, by the way, on the keywords, if you're writing about a dog, put dog in your title. If you're writing about a boat, put boat in your title. I wrote about writing. I have writing in my titles. Okay, so back to, now you're all done. Now it is time to find a professional editor. Gotta fix your boo-boos. Okay, spell check. It's only part of the problem. Spell check is not going to completely edit your manuscript. It's going to spell check. And even then, a lot of times it's going to be wrong. You need to hire a professional editor. First, before you do, I suggest that you pre-edit your book by reading it to yourself out loud. You are too familiar with your script to read it word by word quietly. When you do that, what's going to happen is you're going to miss things because you wrote it. You're skimming through it. I just want to get this thing edited. I just want to get going. I just want to move on. Give it to somebody else. Give it to someone who's going to be honest with you and show you your boo-boos and say, hey, I don't understand this part right here. This doesn't work for me or doesn't make sense. You need an honest opinion. Get 2, get 3, get 5. And then send it off to a professional editor, which, by the way, is going to be about, somewhere's about $300 for a 150-page book. That's probably a pretty good deal. But I cannot express how important that is. Okay. Next. There's obviously a lot more to this process than I've explained here, and I do plan to make future videos on publishing, the process, query letters, and marketing your book, which, boy, if you think writing it's a job, wait till you get down to marketing it. Anyway, if you found this video helpful, I'd really appreciate it if you could give me a little 5-star rating so that other new writers can find this video themselves. Okay? I also have a wonderful blog online that, as a writer and an author, you would probably appreciate and get a lot of use out of. It's called A Book Inside Blog, and it is located at http://abookinside.blogspot.com. That's http://abookinside.blogspot.com. Just checking. Okay. So anyway, notes are gone. Notes are great. Hey, get started. Write your book today. There's no time like the present.